Katipunan 87.9 FM. We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at radyo-katipunan FM. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get the latest updates.
Just with Music Ministry, your daily dose of inspiration. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on Mind Ed.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. This is your stop for all things pop. Catch our all-around pop culture geek, Cholo Sediaren, as he throws in some dose of what's poppin' and what's hot in the pop culture scene here on Popcorn. Munch in with us every Thursdays from 4 to 6, only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan.
To listen to music that uplifts the soul, follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. Our music is also available on iTunes and Deezer.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atin sa loob, sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugo. Todo sa kayod, tunong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing giting at tigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
Catch us on
New Wave. Surfing through the latest on our shores.
every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
See you there.
Hello everyone! Here we are again. Good afternoon. I'm Max. And I'm Austin.
And here we are on another episode of New Wave. So to those of you on academic break, I hope you're well, staying safe, and staying at home. Austin, how have you been spending it?
Well, I've been doing a lot of things because with the academic break, we've been having a lot of free time on our hands, and I think it's kind of cool because you hear a lot of bad things about the pandemic, and of course, it's rightfully so. Like there are a lot of bad things happening, but I think it's good to look at the good side of things. And the fact of the matter is, we have a lot of free time to spend on our hobbies and even find new hobbies that we never really enjoyed before. Like, have you experienced the same thing?
I know exactly what you mean, actually. The pandemic was actually a time a lot of people decided to either revisit old hobbies or try out new ones. Like, I'm sure a lot of people have been jumping on the different trends that have started as the pandemic has gone on, and it's been one way to cope with everything going on. What do you think?
Yeah, it really is. I actually do agree with that statement too, because I've been hearing that playing cards have actually been coming back in such a big way. So like a lot of my friends have lately been really getting back into cards because when we were younger, we used to have a lot of time and they'd have more time to get into card collecting. So lately, my friends who are avid card collectors, they've been saying that there's so many resellers, there's so many assessors now, and it's kind of hard to know who to trust because everybody's kind of giving wrong prices or maybe scamming people a little bit here and there. Yeah.
Of course, no one likes getting scammed. So, since your friends are avid collectors, and I think you yourself are an avid collector of cards, where do you usually go for these services, or what have you found?
Oh, so basically, me and my friends would get in touch with this guy called Rico's Cards PH. He buys, sells, and he trades a lot of cards. So some of it has been. I remember seeing that he would trade sometimes Pokemon cards. He would help assess Pokemon cards, but he'd mostly do basketball cards. So with the pandemic going on, he actually does everything online, which is actually pretty cool. So like, there's no hassle of like you're scared you might get the virus from who knows where. So it's really good and it's really safe. He also offers a lot of other grading services. So there's HGA, PSA, and BGS, which are like really which are grading services that are like really reputable and they're really like the standard of quality in when it comes to assessing cards. He's actually held a pretty good reputation. Like he's had influencers like Big Boy Cheng, who have featured him on their YouTube on their Instagram channel. So it's kind of cool, and that he's really trustworthy. He does also a lot of collaborations with Secret Fresh PH. So if you guys want to check that out, it would be really cool. And so make sure to follow Rico's Cards PH on their Instagram at Rico's Cards PH or call the number 0917-893-1141 for more details.
So be sure to put those details on the comment section once the live ends. But since you bring up playing cards and stuff like this, I find it interesting that they're making a comeback because I remember that when we were in grade school, that was the in thing, people having Pokemon cards and basketball cards. But it kind of went away as Nintendo introduced amiibo cards, or like all of these cards started like moving online. So it's nice to see it coming back.
It is.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool because I remember seeing on the news there was even this person who, when he was a kid, he got like a collector set from his mom for like $100, and it was all the Pokemon cards like in mint condition, and he just forgot about them. And now that collection is paying for his daughter's tuition in college.
Oh wow.
So like it really is really cool like how all these things are coming back.
Yeah, long-term payoff. But you know what? Since we're also kind of on the topic of shopping, for those of you in the audience and everyone here, for those planning to participate in Shopee's 14/15 payday sale tomorrow, you can use my code 415MAXIC, that's MAXIC, when you check out for a discount. So this is for cashback actually. So for those of you who love vouchers also, Shopee is giving away 15 vouchers worth 1,000 pesos each. Now, how do you get these vouchers? To participate, you can comment hashtag Salamat Shopee on my latest Instagram post. You can find this on at Hannah Maxine Cruz on Instagram. Make sure to give me and Shopee_PH a follow too for your entry to be validated. So everyone who's had those things in their carts waiting to check out at midnight tonight, make sure to use my code.
Be sure to apply, guys. It's 15 vouchers for 1,000 pesos. I think it's pretty worth it, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I'll link, as I said, I'll link everything in the comment section once the live is over. So without further ado, today I'm very excited for this. We are joined by the founder and CEO of Colourette Cosmetics and Fresh Formula, two leading brands for makeup, skincare, and of course advocating for women empowerment and inclusivity. Everyone, give it up for girl boss Miss Nina Ellaine Dizon-Cabrera.
Hi guys! I'm so
Hi,
excited.
Miss Nina.
Hello.
We're very excited to have you. So, how are you? What have you been up to this quarantine?
Actually, it's funny because we're currently on quarantine. I think we're about to end it tomorrow because we had a little bit of exposure. But everything's fine. We tested negative naman, but we just did RT-PCR yesterday. So, everybody is affected talaga.
Of course.
But at least you guys are keeping safe and like following those protocols.
Yeah, because you should. I mean, you have to do your part for the community.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, especially now. Keeping safe is really a team effort nowadays.
Yeah.
I agree.
But yes, speaking of the quarantine, have you been getting into a routine during the quarantine that's like different than how you were pre-COVID?
Actually, it's hard to be productive now. I feel like I'm more productive pre-pandemic. So it's really about adapting into the new normal. It's about, keeping in touch with my team and my employees and trying to get in as much work as you can, because staying at home, sometimes the boundaries are, you can't find the boundaries,
I super felt that.
Work and life is mixed up.
There's too much Netflix. There's too much good stuff to watch on Netflix, right?
I know.
On that note, so if we bring up Netflix, this always comes up. What are the things you've been binging?
Oh, lately I did watch the Formula One season. So
okay.
I've been binge watching just that. So I'm a new Formula One fan. But sadly, I've just finished it like in a week or so. So now I'm looking for new things to watch.
I think everyone's constantly looking for new things. But on that note, since you said it was harder to be productive at home, and actually this is something that resonates with me so much as a student, because if before, like in normal circumstances, it would be easier to compartmentalize things, because when you go to work, you go to an office or you go to a place, and then for us as students, when you need to do school things, we're on campus, so we go to school, we do our homework in the library. But now everything is at home. All of the boundaries, as you said, are erased because we're all at home and we have more or less one space to do everything. So what have you been doing to adjust to that? Or what tips can you give for compartmentalizing and maximizing your productivity?
Actually, even I am having a hard time, most especially because I have two kids who are both toddlers. So they're all like, they're here and there, shouting
That must be
mommy
so
all the
hard.
time. Yeah, it is hard. But what I did is I transformed one of our rooms in the house into a studio and a workstation. So this is where I'm at right now. And this is where I shoot all of my content and do my Zoom meetings and guest things like this. I just lock the door so they know it's off limits.
But yeah, aside from that, like it seems like it's pretty hard. Like as you say, there's so many boundaries, and like when you're at home, those boundaries kind of collapse, and you have family to balance out. Like, how do you do that with a busy schedule?
What helps me really become productive for the day is I list down, I do like a to-do list. So I do a checklist of all the things that I need to accomplish for the day. And so when I see that I'm pressured to finish them So parang if I do have a list, I know what I should be doing rather than procrastinating and watching Netflix or hanging out with the kids. So I think a to-do list will really help.
Yes, actually, it's very useful, especially for like students, and it helps you keep track of all of the tasks you need to do. So before I continue with the questions, there are actually already some audience members. So this is also a reminder for people in the audience, if you have messages you want Miss Nina to read, or if you have questions you want us to ask, we will get to them as long as we see them in the comments. So please, ask away.
Just comment, guys.
Yes, so from Jonalyn Javier Estrella, go Miss Nina. For Roxanne Taguba Sordilia, I'm waiting for Miss Nina Heart. And from Beatricia Barba, boss babe here, Miss Nina present. So keep the comments
we have
coming,
so many
everyone.
fans.
Yes, we'll read some more later. So first, let's get into the interview. So Miss Nina, what is the story of Colourette Cosmetics and Fresh Formula? How did these companies begin?
Okay, so I think I've said this story like 1,000 times already.
Sorry
but
about that.
I'm happy to share it
For our
anyway.
viewers.
Share it anyway. So Colourette is more of a spur of the moment thing for me.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys know, but I really started from nothing. So the zero to CEO story is it's really true. Like it's literally zero to CEO. So I started selling scrap soaps, and then that became like a brand which is called Fairness and Flawless. And then later on, I got to save up, which I then invested into creating my own makeup line, which is Colourette, because I'm really passionate about makeup. However, I've discontinued and we dissolved Fairness and Flawless because it no longer resonates with my personal beliefs and advocacies, because we used to sell slimming and whitening products, which is why we have established Fresh Formula, like a new age of skincare.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I think
sorry.
I was cut from the Zoom. But wow, I didn't know that actually. I learned something new today.
Me too. I mean,
Yeah.
me not being so well versed in this, I'm learning a lot.
So, Miss Nina, Colourette is considered one of the most innovative cosmetic brands in the Philippines because of its unique concepts and wide color range. One crowd favorite actually, and one of my personal favorites, is the Color Snap product. I really like the packaging and how easy it is to bring around. That was actually the first Colourette product that was introduced to me. So, how are you able to come up with these innovations? What is your inspiration for making these unique concepts and designs?
So as mentioned earlier, I'm a really heavy makeup user. So I'm a makeup buff and I'm really passionate about makeup. But the one thing that I keep on buying are international brands. So I felt like whenever I put on like, a branded lipstick or something, I feel like it wasn't made for me. Like the shade selection isn't really for Filipinas, as well as the longevity, the texture, as well as the affordability of the prices. And so we really pegged Colourette to become a makeup brand for Filipinos, which is why when we develop products, we always take into consideration the plight of our consumers, their lifestyle, their budget, the shade selection, and most especially the quality. Like what does a Filipina or a Filipino look for in a specific makeup product, such as, a lipstick?
It's really cool though that you've kind of really tailored this your makeup to really like the Filipino like identity or the Filipino identity. And it's kind of sad now that the pandemic's really affecting all of us and all these businesses. So your business, how would you say the pandemic affected your business and how you sell your makeup and how you go about marketing the makeup?
Actually, the pandemic really affected us heavily simply because we are heavy on lip products, and now when you wear mask, it doesn't make sense anymore. But during 2019, our heavy side when it comes to selling is really retail. So when the pandemic hit, we had to close like 6 of our stores because we just couldn't sustain it anymore. I mean, the overhead expenses are really, really high. It just doesn't make sense for a brand as small as ours. So we did like a paradigm shift, and now we're bigger on e-commerce, and we're currently investing our resources into becoming like a mainly e-commerce brand. And lately, we have established like a new department in Colorette's team. Like we now have a social media team, and we are currently establishing our digital marketing team naman.
But would you say it's a very big change in how you normally do things, and if for the better or for the worse?
I think if anything, the pandemic also taught us as a business to be able to adapt and become versatile because you can't really predict what's gonna happen to the market, even to the nation or the the world as a whole. But if anything, we've learned that we can do it as long as you put your mind into it. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. It's definitely super hard. Most especially that everybody's been working from home and you can't really meet with the team to talk about stuff. Everything's being done virtually. But I guess most people neglect to realize that there are also a lot of opportunities on e-commerce,
Yes.
which is why I started sharing tips online because I didn't want the entrepreneurs to lose faith, you know.
Of course, of course. So on that note, since we talked about adaptations, we talked about growing your business, what is the most exciting part about watching your brand's growth right now, especially while we're in the pandemic?
For me, the most exciting part is really product development. So of course, as the brand grows and the numbers get higher and higher, kasi we're not a conglomerate brand. I mean, Colourette is really a homegrown brand and we're a really small team. So for us to be able to churn out more products, it means that we have to sell out faster, we have to sell more products, and we need to become more profitable so that we can, produce more product lines. And for me, because Colourette was able to adapt into the market's new needs, we are able to hire new people, and now we are currently developing a lot of products that we will be launching in the coming years. But yeah.
Wow,
That's so exciting to see.
Yeah, it seems like the pandemic only made you better, or it made you like overcome a lot, and now it seems like you're really like getting out there and selling your products and doing well. So I was just also wondering, like, there are a lot of business owners who are also like starting out and probably have a lot of problems that you faced. Do you have any advice for those business owners starting out?
I would say that they have to look at the big picture. So you have to take a step back and analyze the situation. This pandemic is very, very hard. I mean, of all the generations, the pandemic chose to hit our generation. But,
That's right.
but if anything, it's gonna teach us how to adapt and become versatile. And when it comes to business, there are always opportunities. So we have to look outside of the box. You have to go out of your comfort zone because if you're gonna stay inside, then you won't be able to see all of the opportunities that are waiting for you.
That's right. This whole thing is an opportunity to us to really broaden our perspectives and, as you said, get more creative so that we can learn how to adapt with the situation. So we have a comment here from the audience, a question from Kyle Lawrence Roque Descalar. Miss Nina, what makes you work hard every single day, especially at this time of the pandemic? And I guess to add to that, what inspires you to work every day, to work harder every day?
Actually, when the pandemic started, I was so worried, not only for myself and for my family, but for all of the people that rely on our business. Because imagine if we had 100 employees, that's 100 employees who will bring food to the table for their families, right? So if anything, it's really my employees and the support of our consumers that really keep me going because I feel like I owe the success of our company to our employees. Therefore, it should be successful so it can continue to pay them, they can sustain their lifestyles.
Yeah. And so what can we watch out for Colourette? You guys seem like you're such a big family. You guys seem like you guys are really cooking up a lot of ideas. What can we expect from you guys in the next coming years?
Our goal is to become one of the biggest local makeup brands in the country. I hope we can make it there someday. And hopefully, when the right time comes, we also want to become like an exporter of makeup. We want to become a global brand as well. Hopefully.
Actually seeing where everything is going, it really looks like Colourette is headed in that direction. And honestly, me, as someone who loves makeup, I'm really excited to see where this goes. So,
thank
you. Thank you. Another question from the audience from Instagram, from an Instagram user from Hawaii. So, Ali from Hawaii is asking, how do you deal with online bashers given that everything nowadays is on social media?
I get this question a lot because
Oh,
I
sorry.
get a lot of hate, I get a lot of bashing, and it's like I have it every day. I mean, it's something that I have to deal with every day. But if I may offer some advice, it's just don't don't give them the light of day because they don't pay you to become miserable. For as long as you think you are right and you are standing up for the right things, then I don't see why not. So I'm just here continuing to become like my unapologetic self simply because there are a lot of people who are scared to talk about the things that I currently talk about. I mean, I guess that is my current objective as a content creator online.
Yes,
So
that's
what would
true.
some of these advocacies that you would say that you're very strongly for?
Yeah, I always talk about woman empowerment. I'm also very vocal about politics, and lately I've been getting into a lot of like toxic stereotypes. So right now I think that's the cream of the crop. I'm being attacked for that.
I think it comes with the generation though. Yeah. Like our generation really talks about these issues and we're really trying to correct a lot of these old ideas. Yeah.
Yes, and like not to offend anyone, but like most of the bashings really come from like an older generation because the Gen Zs now are more woke,
Yes.
than the latter generations. And that's nice.
Yes, it's nice to see that the younger generation is very accepting and very forgiving, but also like I think as some of the users commented, it does get scary to kind of speak up on social media, especially when they feel like what they're saying is a hot take or doesn't really conform to the norm. So it's nice to see people becoming braver and stepping up for what they believe in and want to say. So,
Yeah, it's hard and sometimes it really gets tiring also for me
of
as a
course,
content creator. Sometimes I would think like, should I answer this question? I mean, I can impart a lesson, but is it worth all of the hassle of the bashing?
of course,
But
it's
yeah.
always something to
Yeah.
consider because it's like you said, what's worth shedding the light of day on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
True.
how do you decide though? What arguments are willing to maybe this person is actually trying to get an honest conversation, not trying to just put people down. Like how do you decide what's worth it and what's not?
I'm still kind of working on that element of mine because being like my own self, I can be a little intense. I'm aggressive and I'm really abrupt. So like I'm impulsive, so to speak. So it's hard for me to kind of control myself, but now I'm kind of getting a hang of it. So I choose the topics that I talk about if there are references for me to read, if I can educate myself first before I try to educate my audience, because it doesn't make sense if I tell them things that I make up, right?
Yes, of course. We need to make sure that we fact check always and that what we say is correct or like is believable.
Truthful. Yeah,
Yes,
I feel like that's
truthful.
also the problem with like the internet now, and like anyone can just post a video and say whatever, and like people can get following. So like it's kind of good that like we're like you take the time to really read what's happening and really like before you say your mind.
Because
Exactly.
you also have to ask yourself like what kind of influencer do you want to be. Do you want to be like just an influencer who doesn't deserve her platform, or do you actually want to become a person who deserves her platform?
That's true. And that's a very nice way of looking at it. So, Miss Nina, you mentioned that you've been creating content on YouTube. So, we've talked to Miss Nina of Colourette and Fresh Formula. Now, let's talk to Miss Nina, the YouTube content creator. So, please tell us what kind of videos do you make and what inspires you to make your content?
Actually, I was just parang forced by my husband to finally make my YouTube channel because he said, "Oh, you're always on TikTok," and he feels like there's nothing to lose if I go to YouTube na. So he started to to nudge me like make a YouTube, and so I started to buy equipment, and I started to explore like my content. So up to now, I'm still kind of trying to find that niche because I'm still really heavy on TikTok and on Instagram. So once in a while I do upload like Boss Babe business segments on my YouTube channel wherein I share like stuff about business, how can your business survive this pandemic, how to start your small online business, and then sometimes I also do vlogs. So that's like the more personal side of me, like they're seeing a different side of Nina. And sometimes I just do fun content with my kids because my kids have their own following, so like para cute lang.
So what do you and your kids usually do? Like what content do you guys create together?
Before, when we go like off-roading, so my kids come with us, and when we go camping, and sometimes I ask my kids like put makeup on me and stuff like that because I have a girl and a boy, so the girl gets the spotlight a lot.
So that sounds fun. And since you mentioned off-roading, now we can't really travel, and that's one of the things families would do to bond before the pandemic. So how do you and your family spend time together? This can be in the context of being off camera. What are the activities you do at home? What's it like with your kids?
Sometimes we do have picnics just in our garden, and lately me and my husband have been getting into biking. As they said, I think we're called pandemic bikers because you know to get some kind of physical activity. I used to go to the gym kasi, but now I'm so scared because everyone is in the gym wearing masks. So parang no, I'll just go biking because when you go biking, you're away naman from people and you wear the mask naman. So that's something that we do now. And of course, like with my kids, because they're heavy on making artwork. So sometimes we do make artworks and paint stuff in their room lang.
Wow, that's so fun though. Like just having all that time to spend with your family and doing all those activities.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so aside from that though, do you and your what else do you and your family usually do? Like aside from just like those things.
We're actually a very chill family. So Netflix is a thing for us. We have this nights we call movie nights, when we just pop the popcorn and we just sit together and watch a family movie or something. If sometimes if the kids are game to watch something that's more mature, then we also let them. But of course, we always give them like a disclaimer. Oh, this is gonna be scary, but this is not real. It's just a movie.
Oh, like what movies do you guys usually watch?
Most of the time is family movies or sometimes Fast and the Furious, like stuff that makes the kid go wow.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll love those Marvel movies. Oh, do they like those?
Yeah, they love the Avengers, and I think their favorite is the Hulk.
They like the Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of my favorites too.
That's so cute. So, okay, we've been talking about how life is in the pandemic, but Miss Nina, what do you miss the most now that we're more than a year into the pandemic and more than a year into lockdown? What do you miss most?
I miss traveling the most because I really travel a lot, most especially for business. Actually, last 2019, I did count the number of times I went out of the country.
Wow.
And I went out of the country almost every month.
Wow.
So when we were constricted to like staying at home for the entire of 2020 and now 2021, it's like I wanna go out, I wanna work, send me somewhere.
After the pandemic, Miss Nina, you should put up a travel vlog. That's what you should do.
Yeah, I know, it's exciting.
That's a good idea.
I already have a list in my head, like where are we going after this?
Oh, so where's the first place you're planning to go when all of this is over?
Japan. I love Japan. Osaka.
Oh, Osaka.
Me
I've
too.
never been, but if you vlogged about it, I would definitely watch it. Vlogs right now are one of our ways of vicarious living.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Like you watch your vlogs over and over again.
Yes. Yeah,
I
especially
remember I
when
would even see like a lot of vlogs of I'd watch a lot of vlogs of Disneyland because I'd always want to go back to Disneyland. It kind of sucks that like you can't travel now because of the pandemic.
It brings back memories now when you watch vlogs. So most especially if you want to go to Disneyland, there's some kind of online euphoria.
Yeah,
That's so true.
It really is.
it's like added serotonin when you feel like you're going through it as well.
Ooh, we have a comment here on Facebook by Arvin Lim Lipay. So he said he started a social enterprise last year, and to be honest, he's learned a lot from your TikTok videos, Miss Nina. And also, it's super refreshing to see a local brand that takes a stand on social issues. Keep it up.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
That's nice. Actually, that's one thing I noticed. Colourette is a company that advocates for women and women empowerment and confidence, and it does it so well. Like, you do it so well, advocating for your advocacy through your business. How do you, as a business owner, how do you do that? Like, how do you incorporate your advocacies into your business?
I guess you really have to have a vision and stick to it. Like, you have to make yourself and your team understand that Colourette is more than just a brand. Because, of course, if you're like any other business, of course, your priority is profitability and, staying alive in the market. But for Colourette, it's more than just that. For us, we would sacrifice profitability and whatnots for the things that we stand for, because we believe that we have a platform and we have to deserve that platform by being able to educate, inspire, and influence our audience.
Well, it's really good that like you guys have such a big corporate social responsibility. But do you see any backlashes that you get? Maybe like there are people who try to degrade the brand because maybe it's against the issues that they stand for or that they're against.
Yeah, of course. Actually, last 2020, the hashtag boycott Colourette Cosmetics went trending on Twitter up to number 3, I guess. But, it did more good than bad, actually, because that led to Colourette becoming like a spotlight brand for social awareness and political awareness. So we were featured by various media outlets such as ABS-CBN, GMA, TV5, Inquirer, Star, and stuff like that. And we are very thankful for that, for the exposure. And finally, more people knew about Colourette and the things that we stand for. So while a lot of people really cried for boycott Colourette, a lot of people did support our brand because of our causes. And that actually directly led to our Instagram becoming verified simply because of that exposure.
There really no such thing as bad publicity, huh?
Thank you, bashers.
Yeah.
They help. Okay, so we have more boss babes in the audience. So from Alex Sandra, hi Miss Nina, have a great day, stay safe po, heart. Several comments from Joan Joy Flores Servidad. Hi Miss Nina, certified boss babe here. I owe you a lot po.
Wow.
And
hello. Don't go me, guys.
from Laika Pelegro, hello Miss Nina, thank you so much. And a lot of hearts, actually. Like, I'm seeing a lot of heart emojis on the comments right now. So guys, don't forget, more messages, keep them coming. If you have questions also, keep them coming and we'll do our best to answer them. Hello? Okay, I think the audio got cut again. Hello? Can everyone hear me? Okay, we're back. So, Miss Nina, we're in as we said again, we're in lockdown. And of course, there are events to celebrate during lockdown, like birthdays, like Christmas. So how do you celebrate important events or milestones or little celebrations during quarantine?
You just do it at home, you improvise.
Yes.
You buy like stuff on Lazada and Shopee, buy balloons, and banderitas, and we just celebrate it at home. Actually, it's quite funny because yesterday was my mom's birthday. However, we can't see her because we're currently in quarantine. So what I did was I called my secretary and was like, can you buy balloons? Can you bring like the pickup here so we can design the pickup? So I cooked carbonara for her and the kids because my kids are with her due to quarantine also. So we prepared her car and then we put like balloons and a cake. So I guess that's one way of sending the message. It's like a virtual birthday card, only that it has real balloons,
Oh,
that's
so
cute.
sweet.
Yes, everyone really has to get creative now, as we've been saying. Okay, we have even more comments and from around the Philippines. So from Love Ablazo Refuerzo, hi Miss Nina, Ellaine. I'm watching from Caloocan. From Beverly Jane Varias de Mapilis, hi Miss Nina, watching from Alfonso Cavite. From send this. Hi, Miss Nina. Ganda niyo po. Heart, heart, heart. From Jace Andrew. Hello po, Miss Nina. And you guys keep safe always. From Sheens Michelle. Hi, Miss Nina. I really admire you. From Sally Beliceres. Hi, Ma'am Nina. And lastly from Maria Laura. Hi, Miss Nina. Heart, heart, heart. So we have a lot of love in the comments. But
Yeah,
I
Miss
also
Nina, you have so many fans.
Yeah, a lot of admirers.
All of you.
I actually have a question that came in anonymously from DM. Miss Nina, please drop your skincare routine.
My skincare is actually just fresh formula. Actually, ever since the pandemic hit, I got more and more lazy to do my skincare. Simply because, nobody's gonna see me. I'm just gonna be in my pajamas all day. That kind of feeling. And so right now, I have like a really, really simple skincare routine wherein I wash my face with a low pH cleanser and then I tone my face and then I moisturize. That's it. And then when I head out, I do put sunblock. That's it.
Quick and easy for the times. Austin, you should try her skincare routine.
Maybe I should. Learning a lot today about skincare and makeup, actually.
Now, before we know it, baka you'll be the one wearing makeup next week. We'll just have to see.
Ooh. Let's not tell the audience. It's
a surprise.
We have in the comments from Sheens Michelle. Hi, Miss Nina. I'm watching from San Pedro, Laguna. And we also have
Maria Laura watching from Toledo, Cebu.
Wow, ang dami ang lalayo.
We have a comment by Rix Giltendez. Hi po, Miss Nina. Question po, do you still work out po ba? Hihi.
Actually, I stopped. So I started working out kasi January when, the restrictions eased up a bit. So, people were less scared. And when March hit, a lot of people are going na to the gym. So I kind of stopped because, I'm so scared. Lalo na kasi pag gym, hihingal ka tapos madaming mga taong hindi naka-mask. So I was like, no, I just wanna. So right now, I'm making my own home gym. So just wanna work out at home. And then we're gonna do biking once we are cleared of our quarantine. So right now, puro hilata lang nga. Ang sakit na nga ng likod ko kasi parang naaano na ako sobrang higa.
Yes, super felt.
We have more from the comments with Arnel Jr. Manglete saying, hi, Miss Nina, I'm watching from Taguig. Wow, you're really getting viewers from everywhere talaga.
And from Firas Abud saying, Miss Nina, you're very relatable.
Wow, thank you. I'm Jologs kasi eh.
So, another question. Miss Nina, do you have does Fresh Formula have men's products?
Actually, Fresh Formula is made for both men and women naman.
Okay.
So that's what we're currently working on right now because sometimes, Austin, men are kind of intimidated from using skincare products because, sometimes it's too girly, it's too feminine, So that's one way, that's one of the things that we're currently prioritizing. Aside from, normalizing skin texture, we want men to understand that there's nothing intimidating about doing skincare.
So, as a man who doesn't always put on makeup, what is that formula that you have been saying? Like, what does it do for the skin?
Oh, actually, for men, since a lot of men are acne prone, so they usually go for like our blemish rescue series. But if they don't have acne naman, sometimes they just go for like our moisture boost series when they have dry skin. So yun lang talaga, like always the basics for men because they wanted, pretty simple lang, like very straightforward.
Yeah. Actually, before when I was in high school, I used to have that problem with acne. So yeah, maybe having something like that would have helped me a lot when I was experiencing a lot of that.
Exactly. And skincare is for everyone. Skincare is self-care. So we shouldn't be intimidated by it. It should be a part of our routine. It's part of keeping healthy, especially now. Because like when you take care of your skin, you also feel good. Like it really boosts your morale.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I've been seeing in the comments that your TikToks have actually been helping a lot of people. We have Arnel here saying, I'm a marketing student and I really learned a lot from your talks at TikTok. Super helpful for a student like me.
I'm happy to help talaga. Yan talaga yung yung advocacy ko kasi establishing my businesses, I didn't have a mentor. Like I didn't have somebody to ask like is this right or is this wrong? So being on TikTok is like my way of mentoring like my audience.
Yes,
But
you're
it's
being
really cool, yeah. I'm sorry.
yes, you're
yeah.
being the example that a lot of the audience members need. So I have a question here from our OBS operator, engineer James Wong. Hi, Miss Nina. Hehe. As an entrepreneur, how do you manage the so many what ifs, especially that we are in an extraordinary situation such as a pandemic? How did you make the adjustments or perhaps balance things out in the business?
Super nice question. Ang hirap pang Miss Universe.
Thanks,
Anyway, when it comes to what ifs, most especially for like situations like this, you have to understand that you wouldn't know the answer unless you try. So it's really about taking that risk, and you know naman high risk is equals to high reward. So for us, like we really did the paradigm shift, like we pivoted, and then I'm very thankful that it helped us and it resulted in good numbers. And for Colourette, I mean, it's about getting yourself out there. Like for TikTok, that's something that wasn't really expected. So Colourette blew up on TikTok because I started TikTok. Because I was so bored during the lockdown, I was like, okay, let's start a TikTok account. And during that time, TikTok was like, di ba, parang so baduy, di ba, yun yung mga sinasabi sa TikTok before. And then when it blew up, my following took Colourette with it. And now whenever Colourette has new launches, it's just like a snap away from TikTok. And as to becoming like fearless when it comes to like exploring what ifs, yun nga, hindi mo naman talaga malalaman kung hindi mo talaga susubukan eh. And I'm the kind of person kasi an entrepreneur na I don't wanna regret things. So I'd rather do it and fail than not do it at all. That's my mentality when it comes to life and business in general.
That's
a
something
really
we can
good
all
saying.
follow, actually. So,
Yeah.
another question from Rick's Glittendes again. Miss Nina, question ulit po. Sorry, medyo makulit ako. I wanted to ask, what keeps you sane during the pandemic? Do you read books? Thank you so much.
Actually, that's one of the things that I wish I am able to do. Like, ewan ko, for some reason, like I have a lot of ebooks on my iPad, but then again, when I'm alone, parang I'm on my social media. So that's something that I would want to start. So when it comes to keeping me sane, I really just talk to the people that's around me. So sometimes when I'm feeling down, like I talk to the kids, or when I'm feeling sad, or when I'm getting bashed a lot on social media, my husband would be like, tara, let's go for a road trip. Kasi dati pwede pa mag-road trip like around lang the city eh. So, stuff like that. And whenever my supporters send love and, support messages my way, it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. So, all of your heartfelt messages, they help me. Sometimes I don't get to respond because ang dami talaga, but know that I read all of those. And you guys keep me sane.
Oh, so there you go to everyone in the audience. And just like that, more people are sending hearts, heart emojis, kiss emojis. And also to the people in the audience, we're sorry. Sometimes our Zoom and our Facebook stream kind of cuts out. So if we look like we can't hear anything, we're just trying to get back.
Yes. We have a really good comment on Facebook by Firas. You represent a shift in which founders are being more at the forefront of their respective brands. What motivated you to speak up and represent your brand in such a way?
Actually, before, they didn't know Colourette was owned like a very normal person, just as myself. They think Colourette was owned like by like an imported corporation or like an international corporation. So when people started to make those conclusions, I've decided to like, hey guys, it's just me. I'm a Filipina college dropout and I've established Colourette. And when I got like a good response and a lot of people have been asking me questions, that's when I was motivated to like dive in deeper into my advocacy of actually trying to educate and inspire my audience through my own experiences.
Yes, and a lot of us have been learning. Actually, from this hour alone, I think me, Austin, and the audience could all relate to this. We've been learning. You've been sharing so much, and honestly, we feel that like it's been very enlightening.
And
So
it's very inspiring for
very
sure.
inspiring, especially at a time like this. So
Thanks,
more
guys.
hellos from Janetto. Miss Nina, hello. Hi, Miss Nina, watching from Cainta Rizal. From Jelly and Kate Moyo, hi, Miss Nina from Pampanga. And from Maricar Kin Kapage, hi, Miss Nina. So we have more hellos.
Yeah.
So everyone, thank you for tuning in. So Miss Nina, before we end, we're on our last 10 minutes. What is something you would like to tell our audience and to everyone commenting today?
I just want to say thank you for all of the love and support. Sometimes I'm still dumbfounded as to what I did right in this lifetime to deserve all of this love and support. Like, I'm sure sometimes, people don't agree with me. Not everybody likes me. But at the end of the day, it's still the people who believe in you that really matter in my life. And I just want to thank them because, they don't ever get tired of me, even when I get tired of myself sometimes. And that helps me to keep fighting, keep pushing through, keep doing what I've been doing. And yeah, I actually told them that for as long as they need me on social media, I'm still gonna be here for them. Because, one day the dream is to be out of social media. I am sure all of the content creators can relate to that because, it's a toxic place to be in. But for as long as I think my job here is still not done, I will stay here.
We have supporters in the comments. Lian Canilla saying, hi, Miss Nina from Tugigaro. Stay strong. We always got your back. And one very long comment. Hi, Miss Nina, watching from Tacloban City. Just want you to know that you inspired me a lot since I followed you on social media. Hindi na rin ako natakot mag-post or mag-comment about my opinion on social political issues. Kasi dati, takot ako baka wala na bumili sa mga titinda kong food.
Ay, nakakatuwa naman yung ganun.
So I see a lot of our audience is very inspired. We asked this earlier, but since we have a lot of newcomers right now, what can we look forward to for you and for your brands?
So Colourette is gonna be bigger, bolder. We're gonna become like the next biggest local makeup brand in the Philippines. Let's cross our fingers and make that happen, hopefully in the next 5-10 years. Yeah. So yeah, we'll make it happen, guys, with everybody by our side. We'll continue to churn out high quality products that are worth their prices, multifunctional products for every Filipina. And don't worry because we always take into consideration your comments and suggestions. Doon naman nabubuhay si Colourette. We're always and have always been consumer-centric.
Yes, that's true. So thank you everyone in the audience for participating.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for all of these questions. And people are still continuing to send love to Miss Nina, which is so nice to see. So, Miss Nina, before we end, any final or parting words for the audience?
I just want to encourage everyone to not be afraid to speak out. Use your voice, use your platform. Don't care what other people would say. For as long as what you think you're saying and standing up for is right. I mean, you do you. And there are a lot of opportunities out there that are just waiting for you. Sometimes it's ourselves who are very, very scared to, take the first step and go out of our comfort zone. So let's try and do that. And malay mo, marami ka pang matututunan and you'll discover yourself even more.
Yes, that's very nice. So everyone, remember that in Miss Nina's words, you do you and take that step. As we said earlier, every step is an opportunity for growth. So thank you so much again, Miss Nina, for joining us this afternoon. We learned so much from you and you have truly inspired all of us. And as we can see, you've inspired many people across the country. We wish you all the best. So thank you also to your team, to Miss Mika Sembrano for helping us organize this. Thank you to radyo-katipunan, to James for handling the broadcast, and to Sir Justin for helping us stay on top of everything. And thank you again to our audience for helping us and joining us on this conversation. We're sorry we couldn't get to all the comments, and we're sorry that sometimes we wouldn't be able to hear and we'd get cut. But thank you for bearing with us.
Yeah, you guys been a great audience.
Oh wait, this is a fun follow-up question. Miss Nina, what shades are you using right now?
Oh, actually, I did a non-Colourette makeup look. So I
Oh.
posted it on TikTok because I have a new makeup haul right here.
Exciting.
Guys, be sure to check that out.
Yes, everyone, check that out.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nina.
Thank you for making our afternoon so much more colorful. So once again, this has been New Wave. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you all again. Join us next week where we will be interviewing one of the greatest OPM bands, River Maya. So don't miss out. Follow us on Instagram at newwave.rk to stay updated. Also, you can catch the replay of this episode and all of our previous episodes on Radio Katipunan 87.9 FM's Facebook page, YouTube, and Periscope, all of which go by at Radio Katipunan. So we can never say this enough. Thank you to the audience for joining us, and most especially to Miss Nina for bringing color to our afternoons and for the very good time. Once again, I'm Max.
And I'm Austin.
And this has been New Wave.
New Wave.
We'll catch you all next week. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
Catch us on
New Wave. Surfing through the latest on our shores.
every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
See you there.
Rejoice, refresh, renew, and reflect. Join us for an hour of music that uplifts the soul. Listen to your favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This is JMM Radio. JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Get your day's dose of music for the soul. Listen to the music of ACS, Bukas Palad, Hangad, Himig Kesuita, Musika Kesa, and many more. Click on this link to learn more.
Tara na't simulan ng inyong umaga sa mga magagandang refleksyon tungkol sa ating buhay at pananampalataya. Kasama sina Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle ng Manila, Father J. Boy Gonzales at Father Nono Alfonso ng Kapisanan ni Jesus, Father Cali Llamado ng Manila Cathedral, at Binibining Risa Singson Kaupeng ng Light of Jesus Community dito sa Kapit Pandasal sa Radyo Katipunan 87.